Hey, buddy. Hi, girls. If you were ever curious, the best lighting in the world I've ever found in my life is on the door at my parents' lake house. How cutie and lakey does it look in the background? If you can see my bags back there, just ignore them. Hi. I think we might actually be back in our reading era. So I'm very excited to chat with you guys super quick before I go head out to ride the jet ski, but finish up this book. So let's chat, shall we? Okay, so for starters, this past week, the last video you guys saw, I went to Thomasville and I bought a book, and I'll put it on the screen right here. It's in the back of my car. It's called The Showgirl. And I can't quite remember 100%, but I want to say the synopsis it was a showgirl from like the 1920s or 1930s. And she meets this rich billionaire while being a showgirl. They fall in love, and then she has to decide if what she thought she wanted, which was money, and I can't remember if fame is mixed in it, is worth the price. So that's the first book on my TBR. I also have another book, and I can't think of the name, but I'll put it on the screen. It was on my TBR in the fall last year, I think is when it came out. Okay, I'm having a brain fart, so I'll come back when I find that. But it's a mystery, and based in London in the 1900s, early 1900s, late 1800s, I can't remember. Anyway, if you guys have not heard of Perfect Divorce, it is the sequel to The Perfect Marriage by Jeneva Rose. I love her as an author. I want to read more of her books. She's so funny. I follow her on TikTok. And yeah, so I'm excited for what's come with her. She has another new book out that I can't remember the name of either. Can you guys tell I haven't been doing much reading this summer? Then what else was I going to talk about? Oh, I want to go over all the books I've read. I've been in a huge reading slump. So I didn't do a lot of reading post like ankle surgery and working this summer. Would it be nice if like we could do like a little filter on here, you know, maybe put some nice makeup on? Hi, it's 11 o'clock. I slept in today because I knew I was not going to be sleeping in for a long time. I feel like I'm in like 20, like maybe 18, drinking out of this massive mason jar. When I was in my Emma Chamberlain era, when I was in college, I had exclusively mason jars to drink my coffee out of every morning, which is crazy. There's no telling how many wasted calories I drank in milk because I used this like massive cup. Anyway, okay, hi. I'm coming back because I got distracted as I was talking yesterday, but I wanted to go over the books that I've read, I think, since the last time we chatted about books. The first one that stands out the most I want to talk about is, already forgetting the name. I'll put it right here. Something on Lake Como. Something about Lake Como. And I absolutely love this book. I ran into this book randomly at Virginia Highlands. It was signed, and I had seen it a few times in bookstores, read it, like the excerpt a few times, but like that'd be nice to read. But then when I saw it signed, it just felt kismet because I was mid crash out. Reference the last vlog if you want to know more about that. And I was like, you know what? I need this right now. And it is basically a story about it follows the main female character, Jess, who has recently gotten a divorce from her picture perfect husband. And they were like basically childhood sweethearts. Their families were super intertwined, and as we know, makes divorce and separation a lot harder. And so they grew up on Lake Como, New Jersey, I believe. and a very blue collar family. She is really struggling and doesn't know what's next and feels so lost and is like trying to figure out what is her life, what is she meant to do. And her uncle comes to her and asks her to get involved in the family blue collar business in Italy, which is marble. And a few tragic events happen. And anyway, long story short is she ends up going to Italy, to Lake Como, and she is now in the position to sort of like be more in charge. So it kind of follows her learning the business, like kind of taking over the business. They're being investigated by the FBI. And yeah, so it just kind of follows that journey. She ends up obviously in Italy. She meets wonderful friends. She meets a love interest. And if you want to know anything else, you'll have to read it. It is so good and much needed. I just needed a little like pick me up for moving abroad, and so I read it. It was amazing. Seriously, loved it so much. It really was like the Paris novel, and that it like transported you to Italy and you felt like you were living this like Italian dream with her. So anywho, really good book. Currently reading The Perfect Divorce, and I was coming on, and I'm so glad I didn't talk to you guys about it yesterday. I did talk about it yesterday because I was like, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of slow, because it was only a page like, I don't know, maybe it was like at 50, and then it picked up like that, and I am hooked. I did not finish reading last night because I'm literally just a girl. I didn't want to stay up late reading this like thriller and then not be able to sleep because I'm literally just a girl alone at the lake house by myself. And so I'm going to finish it today. I think I'll finish it in like literally no time because I only have about 150 pages left. And anyway, so I'll be done with that soon. I'll give you my full recap by the end of this video. I read John Lewis's book, Carry On, which I read once again in like one sitting. I liked it a lot. I gave it to my dad after I read it. I got it at the library sale, because I was like, Dad, this is something you could read like kind of as like a devotion every day because they're little mini chapters. So anyway, it was really good. I didn't realize when I bought it, it's the last book he wrote. And as I was reading through it, because it talks about BLM, it talks about COVID, it talks about vaccine, like it talks about all the things we were going through in 2020. And I was like, wait, I think he died in 2020, 2021. So I guess he literally finished it like right before he passed. But it was such a good book. I have always been interested in learning about civil rights, and always like growing up, like when I was in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade, I remember learning about civil rights and being like, this is so crazy. I can't believe stuff like this used to happen. And then like to be surrounded by it whenever BLM happened again was like kind of a crazy thing. So anyway, it just kind of blows my mind sometimes. Anyway, so the book was super good. I have the utmost respect for John Lewis, and I have always loved learning about him and his history and all the like justice he fought for over basically his entire life, which is so crazy. And yeah, so anyway, that was amazing. I'm trying to think what else have I read. Right, the only other book that I have read is a book about the Met, which I kind of talked about already. It was really good if you're interested in Met history. You guys, I got such in this book. Should I be like laying out on the dock getting some sun? Probably. But instead, I'm sitting enjoying the view because it is my day after all. And when I tell you this book has me gagged, okay, so I'm on page 196, about 20 or 30 pages ago. I was like, oh, I figured out one of the plot twists, but it wouldn't be a book by Miss Geneva Rose without many. So I'm very confused at what is happening and what is going to happen. But She gets me every time. She gags me every time. Also, this view to read a book is just like unreal. I think I just figured out another plot twist. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be insane. The worst part of this book is like I can't tell you anything. I literally cannot tell you anything because I'll ruin everything. Okay, I was wrong about the plot twist. Okay. Oh my gosh. You guys, I am so confused. Okay, I'm finished. You guys, I have absolutely zero notes. I did have like a few guesses that came true, but 75% shook. I don't know how she does it, but she does it. This was just as good as the first one, if not better. And allegedly, Sarah Morgan, who's the main female character on this, her story's not over. So good. So long, Lake. Actually, awake for like less than a week, but let's go. I gotta be honest, the older I get, the more I'm like, whew, gotta make enough money to keep this in the family. This view, it gets me every time. I am like wholeheartedly half a lake girl, half a beach girl. But there's just something about this view. Like, imagine waking up to this every single morning. I literally was writing here a draft that I've been working on for a while. That, would you guess it, takes place at a lake. And like, I'm sorry, this is the view that I'm writing at. Insane. Anyway, I didn't get much sun today because it was absurdly hot. Yesterday it was beautiful. I sat out in the straight sun, which this never happens because it was windy for like probably like 2 hours, and I didn't even feel like I needed to like jump in the water. But today I was like, oh yeah, it was perfect yesterday. I'm about to go out, and then it was like, no, we can't do this. We cannot do this. So as we saw, I sat inside and read all day. Anyhow, okay, see you in a few, bestie girl. Also, how perfectly does this match? Where's my hand? The outside. Anyway. It's absolutely gorgina. It's so hot. It is golden hour though, so looking pretty spim and spiffy, I do say so myself. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. I'm also wearing leggings. Oh, also I did walk for an hour yesterday / jog for the last 10 minutes. I thought I was gonna die. I was like bent over, like panting. Anyway, okay. Bye-bye, Lake. See you in a few. Okay, you guys, I swear I vlogged talking about this, but accordingly, I have not. I think I must have vlogged it on my camera. I searched high and low all weekend for this book. The only place I had it was Books A Million. So, anyway, I got it. It's supposed to be a Gilmore Girls, like, inspired book. I really don't know that much. I didn't read that much about it. I just love the cover. and everyone's been talking about it. I did get it home and realize it's 500 pages. So I probably won't finish it in this vlog, but I do want to try to get at least like maybe 100 pages in so I can give you guys a little bit of my thoughts, but we will see. I will say it does have my attention. Like just the intro of it, I'm about to start chapter 1, was like probably like 10 or 12 pages, 11 pages. Wow, I'm so good. And it kept my attention and made me intrigued to what's gonna happen. So anyway, plus the book art, oh my gosh, gorge. So anyway, I'm gonna read some and I'll get back with you guys. You guys, the worst part of being an adult is wanting to just sit at home and finish reading the book that you're now sucked into, but you can't because you have to go to work. Oh my gosh. Okay, so far, here are my thoughts. Okay, first of all, I'm on chapter 5 and I really would like to read like until 100, but I don't have time. I have like 10 minutes before I'm gonna be running late. So super quick thoughts. I honestly, when I saw how long it was, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna get through this. Like, I don't think I'm gonna like it. I think it's probably one of the overhyped TikTok books, but I actually really like it. Something I don't usually like, I've been reading like a lot of thrillers and stuff, so I haven't read romance in a little bit. I usually don't like instant, like, what do they say? Like, for love at first sight. Okay, anyway. Loving this so far. I'm on page 70. I really thought it was gonna be one of those overhyped TikTok books, but I am sucked in and ready to see this play out. I really like it. Obviously, I love the setting. So far, I love the characters, and I can't wait to see what all happens. But one thing I do like about it is like it has grief tied into it, and so it's not just like a fluffy romance so far. There are bigger themes, but it could just be a fluffy romance, and that's okay. Whatever it is, I love it so far, and I'm actually sucked in. I haven't read a romance in a while because I haven't been in the mood. I've been reading a lot of mystery and thriller, and yeah, so it does look like I've barely read anything because it's so long, but ready to come home and finish reading that. Okay, you guys, I just filmed like a minute clip of me complaining. Hi, I'm home from work. It's now 9:30. I have so much to do and just a little stressed out. But first of all, countdown to Ireland is on. We are so close. We're a month away. So crazy. That's the first thing. Second thing is I'm going to finish the If It Makes You Happy in the next reading vlog. I'm going to end it off for reading everything here and the vlog off here. But it's getting so real. Everything is like slowly trickling out of my apartment. I'm about to schedule people to come pick up my couch and a few other items that I'm getting rid of and not taking with me. But like next trip home, I'll be taking the chairs, and then like my kitchen table, or maybe my desk and my computer chair, and it's just like slowly dwindling out. It's so crazy. But also say, it's almost time for Ireland. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment down below what is on your fall TBR, and I will see you guys in the next vlog.